Okay, good afternoon, students. This is MC sir. Today we have to discussing about that concept is a reflection of light at curved surface. So, in last class we discussed one small point. What is that small point? Rules for image formed by concave mirror. Rules for image formed by concave mirror completed. After that, so image formed by concave mirror at a different position we can consider object. Okay, we consider at a different position of an object, then we can get at a different position image. Okay, in that condition we used one concave mirror. That condition we used one concave mirror. Okay, now we have to discussing about that rules for image formed by concave mirror. Sorry, rules for image formed by convex mirror. Rules for image formed by convex mirror. Okay, just to identify. Rules for image formed by convex mirror. Convex mirror. Okay, here just identify rules for image formed by convex mirror. First, we can identify that reflecting surface of convex mirror. So, just identify this diagram. Reflecting surface of convex mirror. Okay, just identify this is the curved surface. Here one side is coating with the silver, another side is reflecting surface. Here consider that reflecting surface outside of this curved mirror. What about inside surface? Inside surface is opaque surface. Inside surface, opaque surface. Okay, just identify this point. Outside surface only reflecting surface. Inside surface is opaque surface. Then that opaque surface cannot allow that light rays through that curved medium. Okay, just identify this point. Next, we have to identify that midpoint of this convex mirror. Midpoint of this convex mirror is called as pole. Okay, it is called as a pole. We have to represent this pole P. Now we have to draw one imaginary line. That imaginary line is passing through pole and the center of curvature. Where is the center of curvature? Yes, center of curvature we have to identify inside convex mirror. Center of curvature we have to consider inside convex mirror. So this point is virtual point. It's not a real point, it is a virtual point. Virtual points always we have to consider inside a mirror. Okay, are you identify this point? Now we have to draw one reference line. We have to draw one reference line. That reference line is passing through pole and the center of curvature. This reference line is passing through pole and the center of curvature. Just identify this point. Reference line is passing through pole and the center of curvature. Okay, students, just identify this point. Now we have to consider that rules. Rule 1. What is that first one? Rule 1. Here, identify that rule 1. If ray of light parallel to principal axis, if ray of light parallel to principal axis, then after that, what is the direction of reflected? What is the direction of reflected ray? It is rule 1. Ray of light parallel to principal axis. Okay, so it represents principal axis. It represents principal axis. Okay, you have to identify this condition. Next, in the second condition. In second condition, now it is a convex mirror. Inside surface is silver coating. Now draw principal axis. Principal axis is passing through pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature. So now we have to identify for second rule, if ray of light is passing through principal focus. How it is possible? Where is the principal focus? That principal focus we have to consider between pole and the center of. So just identify your pole represented between P and C. Sorry, no. Principal focus represented between P and C. P and CO. Here just identify. So principal focus we consider inside convex mirror. But here that ray of light is exactly passing through principal focus when if there is no convex mirror. If there is no convex mirror, this light ray is passing through principal focus. Just identify this one. Okay. Now it is incident ray. It is incident ray. Okay. If there is no curved surface, okay, then that incident ray is passing through principal focus. That incident ray is passing through principal focus. Okay, we have to consider this condition. But here, incident ray is not passing through principal focus. Just identify this point. It is our imagination. It is our imagination. We consider that incident ray. Okay, so is moving towards a reflecting surface. It is incident at a point on this convex curved surface. Yes or no? So we have to identify this point. Okay, so now we can just identify this is one curved mirror only. Now we have to find out that reflected. Now we have to find that reflected ray direction. Okay, students, just identify. It is rule 2. It is rule 2. Rule 1, rule 2. Okay, the next one. The next diagram we have to identify. Okay, we have to consider pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature. Now, in this condition, here incident ray perpendicular to reflecting surface. Incident ray, incident on this so curved mirror, the direction is perpendicular to curved surface of mirror. So we have to represent so this incident ray. Okay, here angle how much? 90 degrees. So here incident ray perpendicular to curved surface of this convex mirror. We have to consider this another point. Okay, here also we can identify it is also another incident ray. Okay, here we can calculate that angle. Angle how much? 90 degrees. Angle how much? 90 degrees. Okay, so it is rule 3. It is rule 3. Just identify this rule. So rules are very important for drawing that images. So in the first condition, we consider that 4 rules. But here we can consider that rules how many? 4 rules. That 4 rules related to concave mirror. These 4 rules related to convex mirror. Okay, so you have to follow these 4 rules. Here also we have to draw one convex mirror. Just identify convex mirror. Inside part is opaque surface. Outside part is reflecting surface. Now draw. Okay, pole, center of curvature. Okay, now we have to consider that incident ray exactly incident at a point P on reflecting surface of a convex mirror. Okay, so it represents incident ray. It represents incident ray. Now, what is the direction of reflected ray after reflection from this convex mirror? Okay, you identify this 4 conditions. The rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4. 4 rules are there. Once we have to identify this diagram. Okay. Okay, one by one I can explain for you. You have to write that points in your classwork notebook. Here rule 1. Okay, here rules for image formed by convex mirror. Rules for image formed by convex mirror. Rule 1. First rule 1. If ray of light, if ray of incident light ray parallel to principal axis, if ray of incident light ray parallel to principal axis, after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Just identify this point that reflected ray appear from principal focus. It is not passing through principal focus. Here, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Where is the principal focus point? Here, consider that principal focus point between pole and the center of curvature. Yes or no? We have to identify that principal focus exactly at midpoint of this P and C. Yes or no? Now we have to represent that reflected ray. Reflected ray appear from a principal focus. Just identify. Okay, so these reflected ray appear from this principal focus. So this rule is rule 1. Okay, so what is that rule? If a incident light ray parallel to principal axis after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. The next condition we can just identify here incident ray. Here actual path of incident light ray is passing through principal focus. After reflection, reflected ray appear from after reflection, reflected ray parallel to principal axis. Parallel to principal axis. This condition is a very, very important condition. What is the reason means? Now here just identify a ray of light is passing through. Actually, so actual path of incident light ray is passing through principal focus. But what is the direction of reflected ray? Reflected ray parallel to principal axis. Reflected ray parallel to principal axis. Okay, students, do you have any doubt? So this point we can identify. The next one. Next here, identify that incident ray makes 90 degrees with respect to reflecting surface. Here incident ray makes 90 degrees with respect to reflecting surface. Then what is the direction of reflected ray? Yeah, direction of reflected ray we have to represent perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Means this reflected ray rebounds into the same actual path of incident ray. This reflected ray appear from center of curvature. Appear from center of curvature. Here also we have to consider what is the direction of reflected ray. The direction of reflected ray rebounds into actual path of incident ray. Rebounds into actual path of incident ray. We have to identify this point. This reflected ray appear from center of curvature. Okay, students, do you have any doubt? So another light ray we have to identify. This light ray perpendicular to reflecting surface of convex mirror. Now, what is the direction of reflected ray? Here, direction of reflected ray rebounds into the same actual path of incident ray. Understood? So this reflected ray appear from center of curvature. Appear from center of curvature. Understood? What is that rule? If any ray of light is incident on the curved surface of convex mirror, then reflected ray rebounds into same actual path of incident ray. Okay, you have to identify this point. Okay, so here angle of incidence how much? 0 degree. But here incident ray makes 90 degrees with respect to reflecting surface of convex mirror. Okay, students. Next one we can identify fourth rule, rule 4. Rule 4. Here just identify incident ray, incident at a point P on reflecting surface of convex mirror. Here incident ray makes angle I with respect to normal. Normal is always perpendicular to the surface. That normal we have to consider from center of curvature. Okay, so here normal appear from center of curvature. Next, we have to represent that loss of reflection. First law of reflection, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Well, we have to find out that reflected angle. Angle between reflected ray and normal is called as angle of reflection. Angle I equal to angle R. These four rules are very, very important for image formed by convex mirror. Okay, we have to follow these four rules. Next we can finding that image position formed by convex mirror. Okay, students, just observe these four rules. Lighting. Okay, students, completed. Listen, first rule, if ray of light parallel to principal axis, after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Okay, your reflected surface is convex mirror surface. Okay, next one. Here we can just identify if ray of light is passing through principal focus after reflection, reflected ray parallel to the principal axis. Parallel to the principal axis. Next one, if ray of light incident perpendicular to the reflecting surface of convex mirror, then reflected ray rebounds into actual path of incident ray. It is rule 3. Next one, fourth rule, if ray of light incident at a point P on a reflecting surface of convex mirror, then that reflected ray rebounds into the same medium. But here angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Okay, students, note down these four rules. Next, we have to discussing about that point is image formed by convex mirror. We have to consider that position of an object at different positions. Position of an object consider at different position. Then you can find that image formed by convex mirror. Okay, so just identify that first position of an object. Okay, now first we can consider that position of an object at infinity distance. Okay, here at infinity distance we can consider that position of an object. Then that object can produce that parallel beam of light rays. Infinity source of at infinite distance we have to consider that source of light. That source of light can produce that parallel beam of light rays. Okay, just identify that condition. It is reflecting surface of convex mirror. Now we have to draw reference line. That reference line is passing through. This reference line is passing through pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature. And now here identify that parallel beam of light rays. This parallel beam of light rays. These parallel beam of light rays are coming from infinity distance at infinity distance source of light. Infinity distance source of light. Here consider that source of light exactly at infinite distance. Then that source can produce that parallel beam of light rays. That parallel beam of light rays parallel to the principal axis and incident on reflecting surface. Incident on a reflecting surface. Now we have to find out that image formation point. Now we have to find out that image formation point with the help of rules. The help of rules. What is that rule one? If any ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Yes or no? Here all rays, all incident light rays parallel to principal axis. Parallel to principal axis. Now identify that principal focus. Exactly, we have to consider that principal focus between pole and the center of curvature. Okay, these. Now we have to draw that reflected rays. Here, reflected ray appear from principal focus, and another reflected ray we have to represent. Okay, appear from principal focus. And here also reflected ray appear from principal focus. And every reflected ray appear from the principal focus. Then image formed at principal focus. Here image formation point we can consider inside a mirror. Image formation point we have to consider inside a mirror only. Okay, students. So this mirror is virtual. Sorry, no. This mirror can form that image is virtual image. Virtual image. Okay, and it is erect image. It is erect image. Okay, virtual image and erect image, and it is point-sized image. It is point-sized image. Okay, virtual image, erect image, point-sized image. That image position we can consider inside a convex mirror. Understood, students? Next, we have to consider that position of an object at certain distance from the pole of convex mirror. Okay, so we have to draw that convex mirror. Now it is convex mirror. Inside part reflect. Inside part is opaque surface. Outside part is reflecting surface. Now draw principal axis. That principal axis is passing through pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature. Now we have to consider that position of an object. Position of an object at certain distance from pole of convex mirror. Okay. Have you identified this point? Now here consider that source of light is point source of light. Point source of light can produce a diverging light rays. But we required only two light rays. The two light rays are marginal rays. The two light rays are marginal rays. Just identify that first light ray. So one light ray is incident ray. So this ray is one marginal incident ray. Another light ray we have to consider. Now it is another incidental light ray. It is another incidental light ray. So every student is confusing with these conditions. What is the reason? I can explain for you. Here, if ray of light parallel to principal axis, if ray of light parallel to principal axis, what is the rule? Rule 1. Rule 1. If ray of light parallel to principal axis, after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Where is the principal focus? So we consider that principal focus exactly between pole and center of curvature. Now represent that principal focus. Now we have to represent that reflected ray from principal focus. Okay, so here incident ray parallel to principal axis. After reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. The next one, we have to consider that rule 4. We have to consider that rule 4. Angle between incident ray and normal. Normal is always perpendicular. Normal is always perpendicular. Normal is not light ray, it is one geometrical ray. Okay, it is one reference line. That reference line is required to calculating that angle of incidence and angle of reflection. Okay, students, just identify this ray represented reflected ray. Angle between reflected ray and normal, how much? Angle between reflected ray and normal is angle R. Angle I equal to angle R according to first law of reflection. Angle I equal to angle R according to first law of reflection. Just identify this reflected ray appear from one common point. Where is that common point? So we can just identify for this condition we have to draw one perpendicular reference line. Perpendicular reference line. That perpendicular reference line is passing through principal focus. That perpendicular reference line is passing through principal focus. Just to draw this perpendicular line. This perpendicular line is passing through principal focus. Now we have to extend this reflected ray. We have to extend this reflected ray in backward direction. Okay, so now this reflected ray appear from this perpendicular line. That perpendicular line is passing through principal focus. Now just identify there are two reflected rays extended. Reflected rays intersect one common point. That two extended reflected ray intersect one common point. That common point we have to represent image formation point. That common point we have to represent image formation point. Here image formation point we can consider between pole and principal focus. Between pole and principal focus. Don't forget. Okay, here image is virtual image and direct image. Virtual image and direct. Direct means straight image. Direct means straight. Inverted means balla krindulaga unna image. Okay, na? So here we can identify. Here inverted means up and down image. Okay, here erect means straight image. Now everyone we have to identify this position. This position considered between pole and principal focus means image size is less than to object size. Image size less than to object size. It is not a magnified image. It is diminished image. It is diminished image. You have to identify that characteristics of image. Okay, what are the characteristics of image? First one, it is virtual image. Is virtual image. The next one, so that image is erect image. This image is erect image. The next one we have to identify. So that point. So here image size less than image size less than object size. Object size. Here in this condition, image distance less than focal length. Image distance less than focal length. Image distance less than focal length. That is also very, very important point. Okay. Next, height of image. Height of image less than height of object. Height of image less than height of object. Okay, so these all are characteristics of image. Understood, students? Do you have any doubt? So this is the second condition. In case we have to move this point source of light near to the pole of convex mirror, near to the pole of convex mirror, then you can find out that image formed by that convex mirror. Then we have to find out that image formation point by the convex mirror. Okay, note down the diagram. Okay, students, just identify. Center of curvature. C. Pole, midpoint of this convex mirror is pole. Draw a reference line. Have to draw that reference line. Reference line is called as principal axis. Now we have to consider that position of an object near to pole of convex mirror. Near to pole of convex mirror. Where is the principal focus? Principal focus exactly we have to consider midpoint of PC distance. Okay, the midpoint of this PC distance. Okay, we have to identify this. Yeah. Now, how many marginal rays are required for finding that image formation point? 2 marginal rays required for us. 1 ray parallel to principal axis. There is one incident ray. Next, another marginal ray. Another marginal ray we have to consider. Okay, so in this direction, this incident ray incident at a point P on this convex mirror. After that, we have to consider that reflected ray. Reflected ray rebounds into the same medium, but it follows laws of reflection. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Okay, for this reflected ray, we want to explain with the help of one perpendicular reference line. That perpendicular reference line is passing through principal focus. We have to draw this perpendicular line. We have to draw this perpendicular line. Okay, exactly. It is passing through principal focus. Now, extended reflected ray appear from this perpendicular line. We have to draw this extended reflected ray. Appear from this perpendicular line. Appear from this perpendicular line. Next, another one we have to identify. Here, just identify this light ray parallel to principal axis. After reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. It appear from principal focus. Understood? Okay, it is reflected. It is reflected ray. You have to identify this. It is reflected ray. And it is also reflected ray. Both the reflected ray cannot intersect in the same medium, but these two reflected rays intersect inside a mirror. Okay, we have to extend these two reflected rays. The two extended reflected ray intersect one common point. We have to consider this common point, intersection point. Okay, here image formed between pole and principal focus. Image formed between pole and principal focus. Understood? Okay, here image distance less than focal length. This image is virtual image. This image is erect image. This image is erect image. This image is diminished image. This image is diminished image. These all are characteristics of image. What are the characteristics? We have to identify object distance greater than image distance. Greater than image distance. Object distance we have to represent U. So image distance we have to represent V. Object distance more than to image distance. Second point we can just identify height of object. Height of object greater than height of image. Height of object greater than height of image. Okay, students. The next one here image, virtual image and erect image. We have to identify this image is erect image, virtual and erect image. Okay, next one. This image is a diminished image. Okay, this image is diminished image. diminished image. Okay, so these are all are characteristics of image formed by convex mirror. In all conditions, you are getting that image is virtual image only. Okay, in all conditions, we are getting that image is virtual image. That image formation point we have to consider between pole and principal focus. Between pole and principal focus. Okay, students, you identify this point. Because of that reason, here convex mirror is one virtual mirror or diverging mirror. Okay, convex mirror is one virtual mirror or diverging mirror. Concave mirror is so real and virtual mirror, and means so here concave mirror can form real images and virtual images, real images and virtual images. But convex mirror only can forming that image is a virtual image. That image formation point we have to consider between principal focus and the pole. Okay, students, note down this condition. I've been there. Okay. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. ఏం ఇంత రాపలుతా ఏమే ఏం ట్యూషనా తెలుగు ట్యూషన్ పరువు తీసారు. Okay, students, now we have to discuss another small concept. The small concept is sign convention. What is that concept? Sign convention. Okay, sign convention. Sign convention means we have to represent that object distance, image distance, radius of curvature, and focal length with the help of plus and minus symbol. Okay, how to represent that distance with the help of plus and minus symbol. Okay, just identify. We have to follow that rules. We have to follow that rules. First rule, rule 1. Here, first one, we have to finding the distance. We have to finding the distance always from pole to observation point. Here observation point nothing but object distance, image distance, focal length. So we have to means object distance point, image distance point, focal length point, and center of curvature point. Means radius of curvature we have to calculate. Okay, we have to calculate that object distance from pole to object. We have to calculate that image distance from pole to image. We have to calculate that focal length from pole to principal focus. We have to calculate that radius of curvature from pole to center of curvature. So it is condition 1. Okay, so we want to calculate that distance. Compulsory, we have to follow this first rule. Okay, every distance we can calculate it from pole to that observation point. Okay, just identify this point. Next one, second rule we have to identify. It is a rule 2. So in this condition, just we have to represent it is incident ray. It is incident ray. Here, identify the direction of incident ray. Direction of incident ray. So everyone, we have to observe this condition. Incident ray direction, forward direction. Now we have to consider that object distance direction. Object distance direction opposite to incident ray. Image distance direction opposite to incident ray. Next one, focal length distance direction opposite to incident ray. Radius of curvature direction opposite to incident ray. Means you are calculating the distance direction from pole to object. So from pole to object. So that is called as object distance. So here, so from pole to object. Here, direction for calculating the distance direction opposite to incident ray, for opposite direction, we have to keep the symbol as minus. Okay, there is no negative value, but minus indicates opposite direction. Minus indicates opposite direction. Just identify this point. Minus indicates opposite direction. Here also we can identify image distance. Image distance we can calculate from pole to image formation point. From pole to image formation point. Okay, here consider that direction of distance from pole to image, that is opposite to incident ray direction. Opposite to incident ray direction, they have to keep sign symbol for image distance minus V. Sign symbol for image distance minus V. And next one, we can just identify here focal length. We want to calculate that focal length from pole to principal focus. Pole to principal focus. Here consider the direction opposite to incident ray, then we can give that sign convention for focal length is minus small f. Minus small f. Next one, we have to calculate the distance of radius of curvature. Okay, from pole to principal, from pole to center of curvature. Then sign convention for radius of curvature minus, sign convention of radius of curvature is minus. Okay, minus. Just identify here, consider that direction of distance. Consider that direction of distance always opposite to incident ray direction. Then we have to give that sign convention for this distance is minus. This distance is minus. Understood? Here consider the direction opposite to incident ray. Okay, it is second rule. In case we consider that calculating distance direction along the incident ray direction, then we have to give the sign convention for that particular distance is a positive. Okay, okay, students, just identify this condition. Third one. So now we have to consider that incident ray. Okay, now it is incident ray. This incident ray. Now identify that direction of object distance. Direction of object distance from pole to object position point. From pole to object position point. Next one, image distance. You have to identify the direction of image distance. Okay, in which direction we can calculate that image distance? From pole to image formation point. Okay, from pole to image formation point. Image formation point we have to represent I. Next one, we have to calculate that distance direction. So which distance? Focal length distance. Okay, so we have to calculate that focal length from pole to principal focus. From pole to principal focus. Next, we have to calculate that distance from pole to center of curvature. From pole to center of curvature. Okay, just identify this point. You have to calculate the distance from pole to image formation point. The distance is called as image distance. Okay, next we have to calculate the distance from pole to principal focus. The distance is called as focal length. The distance is called as focal length. Next, we have to calculate the distance from pole to center of curvature. The distance is called as a radius of curvature. Okay, students, we have to identify these 4 points. But here, sign convention. What is the direction of incident ray? Direction of incident ray, you are calculating the distance direction is same. Because of that reason, we have to give that sign convention for that particular distance is plus. Okay, plus v, plus u, plus v, plus f, plus r. Understood? Okay, so these 3 conditions are rules for sign conventions. Okay, so note down. Hey, a dustless surface. ఎవరు నాకు పెట్టినావా? అబ్బో, ఎవరు తెచ్చినారు అయ్యా? ఉన్నాయా? డస్ట్లెస్ సర్ఫేస్ ఉన్నారు. Okay, students. Now we have to discussing about example problems related to sign convention and rules for image formed by concave mirror and convex mirror. So now just identify concave mirror. It is concave mirror. Identify that midpoint of concave mirror is pole. Center of curvature we have to consider outside. Center of curvature we have to consider outside. Draw one principal axis. The principal axis is passing through pole and center of curvature. Okay, here consider that position of an object at point O in front of center of curvature. Okay, so here consider that position of an object beyond center of curvature. Beyond the center of curvature. Next, we have to find out that image formation point and finding that distance. I have to find that distance with the help of sign convention. Okay, you have to find that distance with the help of a sign convention. Okay, don't forget. So it is an example problem. This example problem. So where is the position of an object? Here, position of an object we consider beyond center of curvature. Then we have to draw that ray diagram. First one, how many marginal rays required for us? 2 marginal rays. So where is the principal focus? We have to identify it is principal focus. Now 2 marginal rays are required for us. One marginal ray parallel to principal axis. Another marginal incident ray is passing through center of curvature. So these 2 marginal rays are diverging light rays. Yes or no? These 2 marginal rays are diverging marginal rays. Now we have to identify one marginal ray is parallel to principal axis, another marginal ray is passing through center of curvature. So first we can apply that rule 1. If ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection, reflected ray is passing through principal focus. Okay, completed. Next one, if ray of light is passing through center of curvature, or perpendicular to refracting surface. Sorry, no, perpendicular to reflecting surface. Perpendicular to reflecting surface, then reflected ray rebounds into actual path of incident ray. These two reflected rays intersect on a common point. So at this intersection point, we have to draw image. Okay, this is image formation point. We have to draw image. So this point we can represent image formation point I. I dash. I dash is height of image. Here O dash. O dash represents height of object. Height of objects. Okay, students. Now, where is the position of image? The position of image we consider center of curvature and principal focus. Understood? Okay. Now, we have to give the sign convention for that object distance, image distance, radius of curvature, and center of curvature. Okay, and height of object and image height. One by one, we have to give the sign convention. Now, first we can calculate that object distance. So, in which direction we have to calculate that object distance? From pole to object. From pole to object. Just identify reference line. Reference line is incident ray. So, what is the direction of incident ray? In forward direction. Just identify the direction. So, it is incident ray. Okay, it is incident ray. Yeah, direction of incident ray in forward direction. Now you are calculating the distance direction from pole to object. This direction is opposite to incident ray. Which direction we have to calculate? Opposite to incident ray. So here calculating the distance from pole to object position point O. Yes or no? So just identify here U. O to P to O. Understood? Minus or plus? Your sign convention is minus U. Okay, next we have to find out that radius of curvature. Next we have to find out that radius of curvature. Radius of curvature we can calculate from pole to center of curvature. Pole to center of curvature. So here radius of curvature is denoted by the letter is R. What is the sign convention for radius of curvature? Minus. Here radius of curvature direction is opposite to incident ray direction. Understood, students? Next one more point. Here you can calculate that focal length. Focal length. Here focal length from pole to principal focus. This pole to principal focus direction, you have to calculate that focal length. Sign convention for focal length is minus. Okay, student. The next one, we have to find out that image distance. We have to find out that image distance from pole to image formation point. So here, reference is pole. Okay, with respect to pole, you have to calculate that object distance, radius of curvature, focal length, and image distance. Understood, students? Here, image distance sign convention plus or minus. Minus. Here, consider the direction is opposite to incident ray, then sign convention is a minus. Minus U, minus R, minus F, minus B. Understood, student? Okay. Note down this information. Okay, next example, problem 2. Now, in this diagram, we have to find that image formation point, the help of convex mirror. Okay, it is convex mirror. So now we have to draw that principal axis. Principal axis is passing through pole and the center of curvature. Okay, here principal axis is passing through pole and the center of curvature. Now consider that position of an object. Consider that position of an object in front of reflecting surface of convex mirror. Now it is one point source of light. Now we have to find out that image formation point. You have to find out that image formation point with the help of this diagram. Okay. And find that sign convention for object distance, image distance, radius of curvature, and focal length. Okay, students. Now, first one we can just identify. Here we consider that source of light is point source of light. Point source of light can produce a diverging light rays. So we can consider two diverging marginal incident rays. Okay, two diverging marginal incident rays. One marginal incident ray parallel to principal axis. Another diverging light ray. Another diverging light ray incident at a point P. Another marginal light ray incident at a point P on convex mirror. Okay, we have to consider this one. Okay, students, you have any doubt? The next one. Now just identify rule 1. Rule 1, if ray of light parallel to principal axis, after reflection, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Okay, reflected ray appear from principal focus. Here, this reflected ray appear from inside convex mirror. Okay, students. The next one here. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Fourth rule. Angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Now we have to extend this reflected ray. Extended this reflected ray. So these two extended reflected rays intersect one common point. So for explaining this image formation point, we required one perpendicular line. That perpendicular line is passing through principal focus. Just identify this point. Okay, this point is not there in your textbook. Okay, this point is not there in textbook, but this reference line is very, very important for explaining these conditions. Okay, students, here extended reflected ray appear from perpendicular line. That perpendicular line is passing through principal focus. Okay, so here extended two reflected light rays intersect one common point. This intersection point we have to represent image formation point. Image formation point. Understood? Here image formed between pole and principal focus. Image formed between pole and principal focus. So image formation point we have to identify I. Okay, I dash. I dash is image height. O dash. O dash. Object height. Okay, now so identify that image formation point. Where is the image formation point? Your image formed inside convex mirror. That image formation point we can consider between pole and principal focus. Okay, students, diagram completed. Now we have to find out that sign convention for each distance. Okay, find out here what is the direction of incident ray? Direction of incident ray in forward direction. Now we have to find out that object distance. First point is we have to calculate the distance always from pole to observation point. From pole to position of point of object. So from pole to object we can calculate. So what is the direction? From pole to object. From pole to object. So what is the direction? Opposite to incident ray direction. So you have to consider the direction opposite to incident ray direction. Your object distance we have to represent u. Sign convention for object distance minus. Minus indicates opposite direction. Minus indicates opposite direction. Next one, you can calculate that image distance. So we have to calculate that image distance from pole to image formation point. So represent the direction. Represent that direction from pole to image formation point. From pole to image formation point. So here image distance we have to represent with the symbol V. Sign convention plus V. Okay, plus V. The next one have to represent that center of radius of curvature. Radius of curvature we have to calculate from pole to center of curvature. From pole to center of curvature. So radius of curvature denoted by the letter R. Denoted by the letter R. Sign convention for radius of curvature is plus. Okay, next we can calculate that focal length. Focal length we can calculate from pole to principal focus. Here pole to center of curvature. Okay, here represent the direction from pole to principal focus. Focal length represents F. Sign convention plus. Here consider the direction. Here consider the direction is along the incident ray direction. Because of that reason, a given sign convention for that particular object distance is particular distance is plus. For image distance, a given sign convention plus. For radius of curvature, a given sign convention is plus. For focal length, a given sign convention is plus. But what about object distance? Here, a given sign convention for object distance for opposite direction. Okay, I forgot one more point also. We have to just identify. Here, calculating that height of object. Height of the object along positive y-axis or above the principal axis, that sign convention is positive. We have to calculate that height of image or height of object in below the principal axis. We have to give negative sign convention. So here you have to give that sign convention. Here principal axis is a reference line. Here principal axis is reference line. Height of object. So O dash. Height of object. What is the sign convention for height of object? Plus. Here represented the direction of calculating that height along positive y-axis. Then we can give the sign convention is a plus. Next one, we have to calculate that height of image. Height of image in downward direction. Height of image in a downward direction. I dash. I dash. In which direction? Negative y-axis direction. Then sign convention of image height. Image height minus. One more condition I can give. Here, height of image. In this condition, what is that image? Image is virtual image and erect image. Virtual and erect. Erect means straight image. Virtual means erect and straight. Erect. Sorry. Virtual image and erect image. Erect means straight image. Here consider that image height I dash along positive y-axis direction. Then sign convention for this image height minus hi. Understood? So like that you have to give the sign convention for every distance. So you can follow this 4 rules. It is a 4th rule. Okay, above the principal axis we have to give the sign convention for the particular height. Okay, below the principal axis we have to give the sign convention for that particular height. Okay, now you identify this point. It is a 4th rule. Okay, so in next class we have to discussing about the derivation of concave mirror and convex mirror. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by v. 1 by v plus 1 by v. Okay, students.